Hi everyone, I can see that everything is working. The streaming works great. I have full green signal for my stream and my recording is working too. Everything is working great. My monitoring system works great. And we can start. Hi everyone. Hi Twitch people. I'm Peter, the owner and host of my own Peter's English podcast. My Peter's English podcast is English podcast for learners of English. I want to inspire you and share with you how to learn English in the modern way. And I like presenting and reading my new English novel Viera, the Vampire Girl Diary. Because I like writing my own fairy tales in English. I like writing my own English novel, Viera, the Vampire Girl Diary, that is about very beautiful female character, Viera, the vampire girl who lives with her parents in the modern Slovakia, in the East Slovakia. It's my own comedy sitcom because it has full of funny dialogues, and I just opened season 2 and I want to write the new chapter 1 of the season 2 on this weekend. I hope I will have time, but I think I'll have time for it in every case. And yes, I have to introduce everyone because I'm so famous that I don't have any audience. Yes, I'm Peter, I'm 34 years old, I like learning English and doing my podcast and writing my own novel Viera, the Vampire Girl Diary. I've been learning since August 2022. I want to live without language barriers. I want to change my life. I want to have better paid job. I want to travel. I want to meet other learners of English who are the same fanatics like me. They like doing their own English podcast. Yes, they are owners of their own English empire. I mean English podcast like myself, and they are writing their own English novel about their own main character like me, because we can connect together, have fun, and do together our streams and recordings in the same time, and we can inspire each other. And yes, now I want to tell you my way. The first year I was only learning English grammar. Yes, I want to repeat myself because I want to share with you how to learn English in a fun and modern way, because everyone thinks English, learning English, that means you have to sit somewhere and learn something boring, and you have to go to the English native speaking country because you don't need it, or blah blah blah. No, people, that's not true. Learning is not boring. Learning English is funny, educational, and because the first thing is create your own English podcast. Yes, of course, I was talking about my way. The first year I was thinking, I have to learn only English grammar, but then I discovered learning English platforms from Slovakia and Czechia, and I opened my eyes because there are a lot of aspects of learning English. You have to practice your listening. The connections are successful. OBS Studio had problems, but we are back. But I don't know if the stream will be okay, but don't worry, people. I streaming and recording in the same time. I cannot be connected to my fiber optic internet because I'm using my 4G data of my phone that is connected via USB-C cable to my notebook, to my gaming notebook, and because I need a LAN cable from my router that is in the opposite side of my house, and you can imagine that using some everything except cable is not a good idea for me. I don't know how to do it because this room is great for streaming and recording and writing my own English novels. I don't have a lot of novels that I like and writing my English novel, Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. And yes, we were talking about learning English because there are topics of learning English that you have to practice. You have to practice your listening skills. That means there is a big world of English podcasts and English content in general. You can listen to your favorite English podcasts for free. You need only to download your podcast app, then follow your favorite podcast and download it and listen to it. And yes, I have to tell you that you can listen to it everywhere. You can listen and work at home and do your chores in the same time. I'm doing it for from the start of my learning English way, and it's a big relax. I like doing my chores at home and listening to my favorite English podcasts. That it's the best hobby because I can do something at home. I can do something. I can do something that I have to do, and I can listen in the same time and learn and practice my listening skills, and it's great. And I cannot imagine too much chores without English podcasts because in this way it's the most boring thing in the world. But thanks to listening my own English podcast, I was thinking my favorite English podcast while I'm doing something at home is a big relax, and you can do it in the same way because listening skills, because listening your English podcast is the most funniest and the best way for practicing your listening skills. And you can listen my favorite English podcast because they are great, or you can find others. Yes, there are a lot of options, a lot of free options, and yes, I really recommend you listen your favorite English podcast and do some work at home. I mean, you can cook or clean or vacuuming, or you can do in the garden, or you can do something near home. But I really recommend you listen your favorite English podcasts and do your work at home in the same time. And it's the best way how to do something useful that you have to do and something educational in the same time. And I really recommend you. It's the listening my favorite English podcast and working in at home is the best hobby that I've ever found, and I like it. Then you have to practice your reading skills. I really recommend you found for you a good book that you want to read in your native language. But I really recommend you my option: read and listen English audiobooks. of the and ebooks or a normal English books of the same offer or and of the same novel in the same time. You can, because it's the most funniest way of reading, of practicing your reading skills. You can listen to the story that is interesting for you. You can see English grammar, English structure, and you can improve your vocabulary in the same time, because when you listening your favorite English podcast or watching movies or series in English, or when you listening your favorite audiobooks in English, thanks to these activities you can really improve your English vocabulary. What else? I forgotten. I wanted to tell you something about learning English. Yes, I can move to the next topic, that is practice your writing skills in English. And you can chat with your real friend. You can find a new friend on the communities, in the communities of learners on the internet. Hire your own English teacher, because you can practice your English with your English teacher. You can have one lesson per week. I really recommend you to do it. I have my own English teacher. Hi, my English teacher. Thank you for a great job. And you can have your own English teacher too. Then speak with AI chatbots. Why? Because AI chatbots can be very good English teachers. You can practice your writing skills in English with it. It can repair your grammar errors. You can have fun, because AI chatbots are funny, interesting, educational, and it really wants to support you in every situation, but you have to be polite, of course. It can find very good information. I created my podcast. I created my podcast thanks to my favorite AI chatbots. And yes, create writing. Yes, we are talking about writing, and create your own stories. Create your own stories that are interesting and funny for you. And I really recommend you write your own English novel. Why? Because you have to regularly practice your writing skills. You can use your passive English vocabulary and create active, and you can create your own world, your own universe, and you can create of characters that are important for you, and do funny dialogues, because writing your own story has to be funny. Yes, people, I like writing my own novel Viera, the Vampire Girl Diary, and I really recommend you find your own English novel and start to write. But yes, create something and create. Yes, I wanted to tell that found something from your head. Yes, it has to be your idea, not somebody else, of course. And yes, we were talking about writing. You have to practice your speaking skills, and yes, you have to practice your speaking skills. You can find your own friend on the internet. You can chat with AI chatbots. You can hire your own English teacher. But yes, I have forgotten that you can use Self-talk. What is self-talk? Self-talk is the method where you speak with yourself in the mirror. You have to think in English, but or you can record on offline. But I really recommend you create your own English podcast, build your own English podcast, because you can create something educational, funny, because your English podcast has to be about your own hobbies. You can connect with to everyone in the world, create your own community, and who knows, maybe it can be your dream job, because when you are doing something that you like, it's your hobby. And I think that creating your own English podcast can be the most funniest way how to practice and learning English in the funny way. And I really recommend you write your own novel and publish it on your podcast. Yes, now I was talking about speaking, because this was speaking and grammar, how to practice your grammar. And pronunciation. Yes, you have to practice your pronunciation when you are practicing your speaking skills. And yes, this episode is the new episode of my series of my tutorial Learn English with Peter with the help of AI chatbots. This series of my podcast is about sharing the information with everyone who likes learning English, because I want to show everyone how to learn English in the funny way, because learning English can be fun, educational, and entertaining, and it can be your hobby. And I've been streaming for 17 minutes. I don't know if I'm so tired. I forgot what you wanted to tell you. Perfect, Peter. You are great. I don't know. I've lost my thoughts. There are left my they've gone somewhere. Yes, of course. I was talking about my podcast, and now I want to talk about the main topic of this episode. How to yes, of course. I was talking about how to. Peter, why are you so shy today? I don't know. It's always fun to do live episodes. I know no one is watching me, no one wants to write with me. I know there are a big concurrency, but I don't doing my podcast and my novel Viera the Web Girl for be successful. It's my hobby, and Bob's your uncle, and I don't care. And when someone doesn't like my job is not my job. When someone doesn't like my face, my work, my content, my novel, my podcast, go away. Don't follow me. Don't write me. But if you like my English podcast and my English novel, follow me, of course. And I decided to create this series, Learn English with Peter with the help of AI chatbots, because I want to share with you every useful information how to learn English in the 21st century. And in my link tree you can find my favorite English platforms from Slovakia, Czechia. From learning English, you can find there my favorite English podcasts, and every link where is my podcast. Yes, you can find there my website, and you can find there my novel Viera the Web Girl Diary on my Wattpad. Yes, I decided to talk to create my own tutorial how to learn English, because I want to share with you how to do it in a how to learn English from the point from the view of the English learner like you, because I'm not English teacher, I'm English learner like you, and I want to share with you how my way that I like, because I like learning English. And thanks to my tutorial, you can find my favorite English platform from learning English from Slovakia and Czechia. You can listen to my favorite English podcast. You can start your own English podcast and write your own novel in English, and you can improve your language skills. You can improve your English, because I really improved my English. And yes, you can watch. I've totally forgotten. You can watch your movies and series in English, because there are a lot of stream services. But I really recommend you listen to your favorite English podcast on your podcast apps or on YouTube. And yes, buy your favorite English audiobook and listen to it and read in the same time. It's a great hobby for me, and for you can be too. And today I want to talk about English grammar, how to learn English grammar, and with the help of AI chatbots. And I want to talk about this topic with my digital co-host Microsoft Copilot, because I like chatting with it. It's funny. It's my AI friend, and we can start. Okay. I've been streaming and recording on my Twitch, OBS Studio, the new video podcast, new video episode. I've been streaming and recording for 22 minutes now, 23 minutes. Okay. Explain. Let's go talk about English grammar. Explain my audience how to learn English grammar and have fun. Here is the I asked this question Microsoft Copilot, and here is the answer. Peter, you're 23 minutes deep into your Twitch stream, and it's time to hit your audience with the good stuff. How to learn English grammar and actually enjoy it. Let's make grammar feel less like a school punishment and more like a creative superpower. How to learn English grammar and have fun. Make grammar feel natural. Grammar doesn't have to be boring rules. It can be part of your everyday life. Use fun physical techniques. Learning grammar can be active and engaging. Break the rules. Traditional grammar methods can be stiff. Instead, try playful approaches. Use free resources and learn independently. You don't need expensive courses to master grammar. Make grammar fast and fun. Speed up your learning with creative techniques. Start with beginner-friendly structure. If your audience includes beginners, give them a solid foundation. Microsoft Copilot be more. Do not write any other podcasts, any other videos, you have to explain it. Absolutely, Peter. Let's dive into how your Twitch audience can learn English grammar in a way that's clear, effective, and actually enjoyable. No videos, just solid explanation with splash of no this. Oh, here is something. Okay, absolutely, Peter. Let's dive into how your Twitch audience can learn English grammar in a way that's clear, effective, and actually enjoyable. No videos, just solid explanation with a splash of fun. As you can see, people, you have to be concrete, I think. You have to write a good question, yes? What is grammar, really? Grammar is the system of rules that helps us structure sentences so they make sense. It's like the blueprint behind every conversation, story, or joke. Without grammar, language would be chaos, like trying to play football with no rules and 10 balls. How to learn English with grammar effectively? Start with sentence structure. Every sentence needs a subject. Okay, we know this. Who, what, and verb, action. Okay, this is boring a little. Example, she runs. Add objects and details to build a complexity. Example, she runs every morning in the park. Master the tenses. English has 12 main tenses, but start with the basics. Present simple, I eat. Past simple, I ate. Future simple, I will eat. Once those feel natural, move on to continuous and perfect tenses. Understand word order. English is strict about word order. Subject plus verb plus object. He reads books. Adjectives come before nouns, a big red balance. Use grammar in real life. Instead of memorizing rules, apply them. Write short stories or journal entries. Speak out loud using new grammar forms. Correct your own sentences like detective. How to make grammar fun. Turn mistakes into games. Challenge your viewers to No. My audience has to use AI chatbots. People, as you can see, I wasn't very. I didn't ask a good question. My question was too general, I think, but okay. This question is better. Yes, Peter. If your audience wants to learn English grammar with AI chatbots, then they're in for a wild, futuristic ride, and you're the perfect host to guide them in through it. Let's break it down so your viewers can see how AI chatbots can become their grammar sidekicks. How to learn English grammar using AI chatbots. Practice anytime, everywhere. Chatbots like me are available 24/7. Your audience can ask grammar questions on the fly. On the difference between will and going to. Get instant corrections. Is this sentence correct? He go to school yesterday. AI, almost. It should be he went to school yesterday. Interactive grammar games. They can turn grammar into a game. Ask the chatbots to quiz them on verb tenses. Play fix the sentence, where the bot gives a broken sentence and they repair it. Try grammar speed round. Ask the bot to throw rapid fire grammar questions. Learn through conversation. Instead of reading boring grammar books, they can chat with the bot in English, ask for feedback on their grammar, request explanations in simple terms or even memes. Example, user, I go to the store, but oops, you meant I went to the store. Want to learn why go becomes went? Personalized learning. AI adapts to their level. Beginners get simple examples. Advanced learners can dive into complex grammar like conditionals or passive voice. They can even ask for grammar explained through anime, football or Twitch slang. Make it part of your stream. Okay. Tell people that they can learn English grammar thanks to writing their own stories and novels in English, and thanks to writing. Absolutely, people, Peter. Let's tell your audience something powerful. You can learn English grammar by writing your own stories, novels, and journal entries. Why? Because writing forces you to use grammar, not just memorize it. When you write, you naturally practice sentence structure, verb tenses, punctuation, and word order. It's like building grammar muscles through creativity. Why writing helps you learn grammar? You see your mistakes. When you reread your story, you will notice awkward phrasing or incorrect verb forms and you'll fix them. You learn in context. Grammar rules stick better when they're part of a story you care about. You experiment. Want to try past perfect? Write a flashback. Want to use conditionals? Create a what if scene. You build fluency. The more you write, the more natural grammar becomes. Make it fun. Write a short story where every sentence uses different tense. Create characters who speak with different grammar style, formal versus slang. Turn grammar challenges into plot twists. He would have escaped if he had known the code. So Peter, tell your viewers, grammar isn't just rules. It's the engine behind every great story, and when they write in English, they are not just learning, they're creating something uniquely theirs. Tell my audience that reading is useful for audience that reading is useful for grammar. Yes. Absolutely, Peter. Here's how you can tell your audience straight from your stream that reading is one of the most powerful tools for learning English grammar. Hey everyone, if you want to improve your grammar, start reading. Reading helps you absorb grammar naturally. You don't just memorize rules, you see them in action. Every time you read a sentence, your brain picks up patterns, how verbs are used, how sentences are structured, where commas go, and how tenses shift. It's like training your grammar instinct without even realizing it. Why reading boosts grammar skills? You see correct grammar in context. Instead of learning rules in isolation, you see how grammar works in real conversation, stories, and articles. You learn sentence rhythm and flow. Reading helps you understand how native speakers build sentences, what sounds natural and what doesn't. You expand your vocabulary and grammar together. New words often come with new grammar structures. You learn both at once. You reinforce what you learned. If you've studied the past perfect tense, reading helps you see it used in real situations, making it stick. So Peter, tell your viewers, if you want to speak and write better English, read more. Read stories, blogs, subtitles, and anything. Your grammar will level up without you even noticing. Yes, people, you can watch movies and series in English, use English subtitles, and you can read it in the same time when you want to practice your reading skills, and you can improve your grammar and your English vocabulary. And yes, thanks to reading, you can improve your English grammar too, because you can see the right English structures in the context. That is important. And thanks to writing your own stories and novels in English, you can use this English grammar in the real situations and make something funny for you, and that's great. I think we can end this episode because I'm too tired, and I've been streaming for 36 minutes. That's it, people. Okay, I feel a little tired. How many hours? Only. What we can do? I was talking about how to learn grammar. I don't know. Yes, we can ask a chatbot and do something funny. What may help you create a reading challenge or recommend fun text for your audience? Yes, do it. Alright, Prater, let's go. Time to hit your Twitch audience with a grammar challenge that's actually fun and boosts their English skills through reading. Peter's Grammar's Reading Challenge. Mission: level up your grammar by reading short texts and spotting grammar patterns like a language detective. Step 1. Choose your text. Pick something short and punchy. A paragraph from a novel, a blog post, game dialogue, even Twitch chat. Yes, really. Step 2. Grammar hunt. As you read, look for verb tenses. What tense is used? Why? Sentence structure. Is it subject, verb plus object? Punctuation. Where are the commas, periods, and question marks? Modifiers. How to adjectives and adverb change the meaning. Example: she had already left when I arrived. Boom, past perfect. Yes, of course. And rewrite it. Okay. People, this was the set task from Microsoft Copilot. You can do your own task. Create a new funny story inspired of my novel Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. Use the English grammar and explain why you have used this kind of English grammar. This could be funny. What do you think? We can try. Absolutely, Peter. Let's sing our thanks into a brand new funny story inspired by Viera, the Vampire Girl Diary, and I'll break down the grammar as we go. Get ready for drama, garlic, and grammatical greatness. Now I'm going to read you a funny story created by Microsoft Copilot, and it was inspired by my own novel Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. Viera and the Case of the Garlic Flavored Bubblegum. It was a quiet night in the village of Černá Studňa. Viera the Vampire Girl had just finished writing in her diary when she heard a suspicious pop from the alley. She crept outside, her cloak fluttering like a bat with anxiety issues. "Who dares disturb my midnight peace?" she hissed. A shadowy figure turned out, chewing loudly. "Just testing my new invention," said the figure. "Garlic flavored bubblegum for vampire-proof brave." Viera blinked. "You're either very brave or very stupid." The figure blew a bubble. It popped. Viera fainted. Grammar breakdown. Past simple tense. Used for actions that happened and are finished. Viera blinked. She crept outside. This tense sets the scene and moves the story forward. past continuous tense. Used to describe ongoing action in the past. Her cloak fluttering like a bat. This adds atmosphere and background action while the main event unfolds. Direct speech. Dialogue. Used to show character interaction and emotion. Who dares disturb my midnight peace? You're either very brave or very stupid. Dialogue makes the story lively and help learners see grammar in real use, like punctuation, verb tense, and sentence structure. Present continuous in dialogue. Just testing my invention, even though the story is in past tense, the character uses present continuous to describe what they're doing right now in the scene. Short sentences for impact. Viera fainted. This is a stylistic choice. Short dramatic sentences are grammatically simple but emotionally powerful. Peter, this kind of storytelling is perfect for teaching grammar. You show how grammar works in action, not just in theory. Want to turn this into a grammar challenge for your viewers, like rewriting the story in present tense or adding conditionals? I'm ready to help you build it, yes. Create another story inspired by my novel Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. Be funny. It has to be interesting and make it in present tense. And then we can end this episode. Absolutely, Peter. Here comes another wild tale from the world of Viera the Vampire Girl Diary, written in present tense to give it that fresh cinematic vibe. Present tense makes the action feel immediate, like it's happening right now, which is perfect for humor and suspense. Viera and the vampire fashion disaster. Viera stands in front of her coffin-shaped mirror, frowning. Why do I look like I just crawled out of a 17th century funeral? She mutters. Her bat, Mr. Fluffless, flaps by and squeaks in agreement. Tonight is the annual Vampire Gala, and Viera wants to slay. Figuratively, of course. She digs through her closet. Black velvet, black lace, black leather. Do vampires not believe in color? She groans. She finally settles on a glittery purple jumpsuit with silver fangs embroidered on the sleeves. I look like Dracula joined a disco band, she says proudly. At the gala, calm blood rises an eyebrow. Interesting choice, Viera. She twirls. I call it undead but fabulous. Suddenly the lights flicker. A very old DJ drops the beat. Viera moonwalks across the ballroom floor. Her cape catches fire from a candle. She spins, extinguishes it with a glass of blood punch at both. The crowd goes wild. Viera wins best dressed and most likely to start a fashion revolution. Mr. Fluffys gets a tiny trophy for best wigman. Why present tense? Creates immediacy. You feel like you're right there with Viera as she moonwalks and sets her cape on fire. Boosts humor. Present tense makes punchline land faster and keeps the pacing snappy. Engages readers. It's like watching a live show instead of reading a history book. I think that it's for this episode. I'm really too tired after this because I haven't slept for a long time because it's not easy to do something when you don't sleeping after early shifts, but okay, I don't want to talk about it. It's my thing, and we can end this episode. I hope this episode is useful because my podcast is about learning English, and I want to show you and share with you how you can learn English with AI chatbots. I showed you a lot of topics that you can use for speaking with AI chatbots, and we can end this episode. I want to end this episode. Follow me everywhere. Read my novel Viera, the Vampire Girl Diary, and I want to tell you bye bye.